great example of basically the form you see in a lot of sporting athletes. Just to point out some things that sport athletes like soccer players and football players can do to improve their speed. Of course, it's not going to be exactly like a track runner, a track sprinter. It's just they need to be in a more squatty type position and need to have more frequency and more contact with the ground so they can make just quick changes in their direction. So they're going to run a little more closer to the ground. This guy's actually, what he's doing is he's trying to show like a full sprint, like something like if you're going after a ball or you're really trying to make up a lot of ground, like in a change of possession type situation, maybe in a soccer match. Not a dribbling situation necessarily. But one of the things you notice clearly a team sport athlete would do is he's kind of landing and pushing on the ground. So everything's passive. So here, when you watch his leg come down to the ground, and as it comes down, he's not whipping from the hip. He's letting his leg passively fall down to the ground. Let's go to the next part of this. See how the leg just kind of floats out and it finds the ground. One thing he is doing pretty well is he's dorsiflex. You'll see a lot of team sport athletes that'll be plantar flex. The toe will be pointing down. He is dorsiflex, so that shortens the lever arm for his leg to make his leg quicker to move through the air. Because you want to create limb speed in the air. That's a key to fast sprinting for sure. But you want to strike the ground, not passively let it fall. So he's letting it fall towards the ground. And then another thing you'll notice is on foot strike with the ground, where he makes contact with the ground here. Boom. This leg is just behind this one. That's not terrible actually. I mean, he's got a good posture. His chest just over the front of the thigh. Right? He's not like leaning back. He's not overly like leaning forward. His posture is good. He's got really good stiffness to the body, so when he makes contact, let's see if he collapses. I don't think we're gonna see much collapsing here. Yeah, his body stays nice and stiff. As he collapses, boom, he kind of lands with a full flat foot. I mean, that's not the most desirable way to land and to contact the ground, but again, his foot this recovery leg is almost even with this one. In a elite sprinter, you would see the figure 4 where the leg is out here, but this is not bad for a team sport athlete, because again, they're gonna have more ground contact and they're gonna want to have a better relationship, a longer relationship with the ground, so they can change directions. They don't know which direction they're gonna need to go with any step or another. But if you're gonna open up, you're trying to catch up, and you're just sprinting, you're trying to catch up with this play or something, you need to sprint like a sprinter, which ideally, as you have ground contact, this leg would be a little further up. That really has to do with the fact, if you go back to the passiveness in the way that he went down to the ground, see the passive way that he lets his leg fall to the ground. He lets his, see here, boom, he should be attacking the ground, down, down, down. Instead, what you're gonna see is the shin kind of float out, and he passively lets the leg fall to the ground. Right? If you were to whip down from the hip, whip from the hip, down from here, boom, down, then what would happen is his other leg will recover quicker. And he's gonna, if he has the lower leg strength to withstand that force of him whipping down, I think he does, because he doesn't collapse at all here. he won't collapse. He'll have a shorter ground contact time. Therefore, that leg is gonna, which is, on the next cycle, this will be the stance leg will be the recovery leg. It'll be that much quicker off the ground and that much quicker to come around, so that when he comes around to the next stance, if he's whipping down, boom, he's gonna bounce off the ground. If he has the lower leg stiffness and the ankle and foot and ankle stiffness, then when he gets here, because that stance leg came back up faster, it's gonna actually make it around here faster. So when he contacts here, which is actually, this is not bad, because this leg at this point is ahead of that one. I think that's on ground contact. So when he contacts the ground, yeah, he's basically even. That's pretty good. But it would be even that much further ahead. It would be here if he attacked the ground, because he would hit it faster. He would bounce off the ground with more bounce, and he would have came back around faster. So he would have been here. His recovery would have been faster, and that speeds everything up. But again, he's very good as far as his stiffness. He's not collapsing at the hip or the knee, ankle. It's pretty good. I think the main thing he could work on is just attacking the ground. Attack the ground, attack the ground, attack the ground, instead of passively letting his leg kind of float out and then go back down. So again, right here, boom, he should be attacking down, 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 instead of letting that leg just float out, kind of find the ground instead of attacking it.